What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Again, this video is coming out on probably Thursday, which means it's a week until the draft. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I wish I could have done a couple more of these ranking videos and the, ranking 2022 versus 2023 classes. Um, I might be able to get to wide receivers. I'm not 100% sure. Um, I know Friday, when Friday or Saturday, we will have a video coming up about just doing a recap of free agency. And then Monday, we will be doing a one round mock draft, and that'll be a live one. So that's going to be a long video. That'll probably be about an hour. Um, yeah, that'll probably be an hour. And then we'll have some more draft content coming up as the draft comes through. So Friday night we'll have a react. Next Friday, after the first round, we'll have a first round reaction. Or Saturday we'll have second and third round reaction from day two, and then Sunday we'll have a reaction of day three. And then throughout the next couple of weeks, we're gonna break down every single team's draft class. I'm gonna give them a grade, tell you which picks I liked and which picks I kind of questioned. If they traded down, if they traded up, if I agreed with some of that stuff. So we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna break down some teams. But for right now, let's get into this. We're gonna be breaking down my 2022 RB class rankings versus my 2023 RB class rankings. And we're gonna figure out, is the 2023 class better than last year's class? Um, Spoiler, yes, I believe it is. Let's get into it though. So let's look at the 2022 class. So this 2022 class actually had a lot of guys show up in the mid rounds. So you had, of course, Ken Walker um, went to Seattle, and he was the first RB taken early in the second round. Same with Brees Hall, was taken early in the second round. Damian Pierce out of Florida went to the Texans in, I believe it was a fourth round pick, and he also looks really, really good. James Cook started out slow, but got better as we go through this. Zamir White didn't really do much. Pierre Strong Jr. didn't really do much with the Patriots. Kyron Williams got drafted later than I thought he would. And it's because of his speed and his size is really what brought it down. But late in the year, whenever Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson went down for the Rams, he stepped in and he looked pretty decent. Rashad White did some good things. I think he's going to have a step up this year with Tampa Bay without Leonard Fournette. Isaiah Spiller didn't do much. But again, you look at some of these other guys down here. Isaiah Pacheco was a guy that I liked in the late fifth. I think he went in the seventh round to Kansas City, and he looks really, really good. Um, but of course, there's guys like Tyler Goodson who didn't really do much with Green Bay. So, and Julius Chestnut, a guy from Sacred Heart, I got to watch him in the Hula Bowl. I actually got to go to the Hula Bowl 2022, and I got to watch him. And he's a big body guy. Again, he hasn't gone up against competition like this. I believe he's 5'11", 225. He's got really good explosiveness. And he kind of flashed a little bit in preseason, but he's got to get used to um, this kind of competition, going from Sacred Heart, Division two school, all the way over to the NFL. Excuse me, the NFL. Plus, he had Derrick Henry in front of him, so I expect him to do some stuff this year, though. So keep an eye out for Julius Chestnut of the Tennessee Titans. So this was a really good class. I mean, let's just look at it. I didn't think that there was any really good guys like Bijan Robinson of this year. I think even Jahmyr Gibbs is better than all these guys as a prospect. Obviously, Brees Hall looked amazing before he tore his ACL. Ken Walker looked really, really good and was up there for Rookie of the Year. And same with Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce was a bruiser. He was one of the most exciting old school runners in the past couple years. So this is a pretty good draft class, though. All in all, you get some people all over the place. So that's my top 15 for that. Let's go to 2023's class, and let's look at some of these guys. So Bijan Robinson, as you guys already saw from the video yesterday or 2 days ago, I have Bijan Robinson as my number one guy. I have him rated as a top 10 running back. Again, I have him in here as a mid-first rounder because That's where I believe he's going to get drafted. Um, uh, and again, I have him as probably the best running back prospect since Saquon Barkley in 2017. I think that was 2019, 2018, the 2018 class. Jameer Gibbs is another really explosive, electric runner. He's five. I think he's 5'9", 205 pounds, 5'9", 200 pounds. Really good hands. He plays for uh, Alabama right now. He transferred from Georgia Tech. Hopefully, we're going to get a film review of him up probably next week during right before the draft. Zach Charbonnet, I love Zach Charbonnet, an old school runner. I really want to get something up on him too, but probably not going to. He's a big back, powerful. He's not the fastest, but he's got good explosiveness, good contact balance, pretty good hands as well. So he's going to be a guy that I have a third round grade on. But if you look at all these guys, Tajay Spears from Tulane is another guy that's been rising up boards, third rounder. Tank Bigsby, everyone knows Tank from Auburn, third rounder. Devon Achane, I have him as a third rounder. I am kind of concerned about his size though. In hindsight, maybe a late fourth rounder is where he really should be. So I do have him ranked highly. I did do this about a month ago, and I'm kind of regretting some things. But we watched the tape. We're not going to change things just because of, you know, combine and stuff. But Zach Evans, Eric Gray, Sean Tucker, Kendre Miller, Kenny McIntosh, Chris Rodriguez, Roshan Johnson. I think I'm low on Roshan Johnson. Chase Brown, Israel Abanikanda from Pittsburgh. All of those guys, I think, can be RB2s on any team. All of these guys, depending on what scheme they go to, they're all scheme-specific guys. But if they find a scheme, they're RB2s. I think RB2, RB3 at worst on these teams. I think a lot of them, if you're looking for a guy that's going to be Dameon Pierce, it's Roshan Johnson from Texas, the backup to Bijan Robinson. I have him as a mid-fifth round guy, but he's in that Dameon Pierce mold. Chris Rodriguez is kind of in that Tyler Algier mold from last year. Kenny McIntosh is just kind of like he's a bigger guy with good hands, good solid speed, not great speed. He's kind of a do-it-all. He's going to be a solid number 2 running back for any team. Sean Tucker, elite speed at 215 pounds, jumps out the gym, super athletic. His vision is something that you kind of are worried about. But if you're talking about maybe a Raheem Mostert type guy, that's him. Israel Abanikanda, elite vision. Again, he's 215 pounds, and I think he has really good vision. His contact balance isn't the greatest, but he's got good speed too. So, again, every single one of these guys on here, I think will make a roster and will make a rotation where you're talking about 100 touches for every single one of them, at least at a minimum, 100 touches their rookie year, as long as they go to the right thing. All right, so this is the combination. I'm sorry, this screen looks ugly, but this is how we're going to kind of grade which draft class is better. So you have the blue, as you can see with Bijan Robinson and Jameer Gibbs. Blue is the 2023 class. Red is the 2022 class. So in the top 5, 1 and 2 are from the 2023 class, and the top 5, 3 out of 5 are from the 2023 as well. So, and then if you look in the top 10, that's whenever you finally have it split 5. Did I do that right? No. 6 and 4, again, favoring 2023. So we're talking about top guys are all really favoring 2023. Then you get a little bit in here where you start looking at number 12 with Zamir White, then Eric Gray, then Pierre Strong, Kyron Williams. So you sort of start balancing out a little bit in these middle rounds. But towards the end, Isaiah Pacheco, Tyler Goodson, Julius Chestnut, all from that 2022 class. I got Roshan Johnson, Chase Brown, and Israel Abanikanda on top of them. So even towards the end, the strength of the 2023 class beats out 2022. So I think last year's class is better than I thought it would be, and I thought last year's class was going to be pretty good. I thought it was more of a bunch of scheme-specific guys. There's not going to be a superstar out of the class. And I was kind of wrong about that. I think Ken Walker, Breece Hall, Dameon Pierce, it's looking like Isaiah Pacheco as well. Brian Robinson's looking pretty decent. Rashad White looks like he's going to be promising. James Cook is finally starting to take that step towards the end of the year. So it looks like there's going to be some guys that are pretty good from that class. But if you look at it, I think Bijan Robinson is going to be a bona fide stud in the league. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be, again, another stud in the league. Zach Charbonnet is going to be a very solid RB1/RB2. Again, and with these rest of these guys, I think all of them will be RB2s in the league. And if I had to say that about these other guys, Isaiah Pacheco, I thought was going to be kind of an RB3, a change of pace running back. Julius Chestnut, I thought was a developmental piece. Tyler Goodson, again, I thought was a RB3, change of pace kind of running back. So if you think about that, again, it's prospects. We're not talking about what Ken Walker has done and what Breece Hall has done. What Isaiah Pacheco has done, I have him at 28 out of 30 on here. But if you were to look at his actual production his rookie year, he's probably in the – honestly, I'd probably have him number 6, maybe number 5, honestly. But that's not what we're doing here. So I think prospects-wise, this RB class is very, very deep. I think there's a few studs, and then I think the rest of it is just deep. And so you might see Bijan go in the middle of the first, and then Jahmyr Gibbs go in the early second, and then Zach Charbonnet and Tyjae Spears go in the early third, and then you might just see nothing until the middle or late fourth, and then you'll just see running back, just because these guys, these teams are looking, and I've got 3 guys that are this close to each other that are still on the board that fit my scheme. I'm not going to reach and overdraft one of them whenever, okay, 1 or 2 of them come off the board. I still like this third guy. You know, if you're liking, let's do an example. If you like Sean Tucker, then you're probably going to like Chase Brown. You're probably going to like Israel Abanikanda as well. So am I going to go and get Sean Tucker at the beginning of the 4th round when all 3 of them are on there? And I think, let me go and get a cornerback right now, and then maybe next round we can see if Chase Brown or Israel Abanikanda is still there. You know what I mean? So it's just going to keep people dropping until eventually you're going to have a round or 2 rounds that are just full of running backs. Running backs will go. They're just, I think, because of the depth of this class, you know, the depth of guys that are not elite, it's going to push guys down the board. You're going to see guys that should have gone in the middle of the 2nd round, beginning of the 3rd round, go in the middle to late 4th round, maybe even 5th round. So it's going to be exciting to watch, but all in all, this class is really, really deep, and it's kind of like choose your adventure type thing. If you ever read those Goosebumps books, Choose Your Scare, that's what this is. It's just choose your running back. Who do you want? And let's see how far down the board we can go and get one. We're looking at a discounted position. So that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate you guys checking it out. If you disagree with any of my rankings, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I know there's a couple guys that comment every once in a while, and we get to talk back and forth, and it's pretty fun. So go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, and next one, I think we're going to be going over free agency. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, and have a good day. Peace.